Question 4 for Unit 13 asks about a standard mortgage. So we'll have to make the standard mortgage calculations before we get started with the main part of the question. In this case, we have a $200,000 mortgage, and the mortgage rate is 6%. As usual, we divide the 6% by 12 to get the monthly interest rate. Format this to look like a percentage, and then apply it month by month over 30 years. Each month we'll pay a certain amount to the bank, and we don't know how much that is. We'll guess that it's $2,000 and then use GoalSeek to adjust it. Here's the first month of the loan term, second month, and so on. It's a 30-year loan, so we'll be looking at 360 months. Each month what happens is easy. We owe a certain amount to the bank. The bank adds to what we owe the interest for that month, and then subtracts off any money we send in. That's the amount that we can no longer see in D4. Our bank balance goes down if we pay $200,000 a month. The question is, does it go all the way down to zero over the 30 years? We scroll all the way down to 360. Notice that we went down too far, and therefore we're paying too much. And then we use GoalSeek to adjust so that at the end of the 30 years we owe exactly nothing. The question we're answering so far is, what monthly payment do we need to make to bring the balance to zero over exactly 30 years? And the answer is $1,199, and if we'd like to see that more precisely, we can give ourselves another couple of decimal places. So here's our monthly payment, and as we've seen before, part of that goes toward reducing the principal, that is, making the amount that we owe lower each month, and the rest of it goes to interest. The question asks us, over the first year, that is the first 12 months, how much of all the money that we pay to the bank is interest? One way to get the answer is simply to calculate the interest directly. Each month, the interest part of our payment is what we owe the bank during that month. In the first month, before we make our first month's payment at the end of the first month, we owe $200,000, and the interest will be 0.5% of that. So our interest the first month is precisely $1,000. Dragging down, we can find the interest each month. This number here is the amount we owed during the second month. That's this amount, the amount before we made our second payment, times the 0.5%. Finally, we'd like to add all of these numbers up to find out what the total amount of interest that we paid over the year comes to. An easy way to do this is to start a running total at 0, add this number to it, then this number to it, then this number to it, and so on. At the end, we'll get the total. So we take nothing and add on the $1,000 to get 1,000. We take the 1,000 and add on $999 to get 1,999. And continuing this way, we find that over the whole year, we paid $11,933.19 in interest. This is a perfectly good way to solve the problem, but it's not the only way. In the second recorded segment for this question, I'll look at a simpler technique for getting the same answer.